gonna make him an offer again.
Of all the gin joints and all the towns and all the
Can't
world.
handle the truth. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the
Frankly,
war.
my dear, I don't give a damn.
This is where the fun begins.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Everybody, welcome back to Movie Melee. We got an exciting match for you this evening in the singles division, and holy shit, it's a crazy match. We got a number one contenders match between literally the top two ranked singles players, like that below the champion, obviously, in Jake Maringoni versus Joseph Olivas, two legends of the game, two people, I believe, in the Hall of Fame. So that's exciting. And surprisingly enough, I believe this is the first time that they've ever faced in one-on-one in Melee. So that's crazy. Yeah, winner will go on to play the newly crowned singles champion Payson Johnson at the final act. Should be an incredible match here today. Joining me on the desk today is Caleb Goho. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. I'm excited to be here for this. This is like as marquee as it gets without being a title match.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited to see it. Obviously, my teammate, love the guy, love Joseph Olivas. Excited to see him here. But I'm also excited to see Jake Maringoni back here. Jake, it's no secret, I'm like a big fan of Jake Maringoni in this league. It always has been. So
Who is?
I'm very excited to see these two play. For the first time, it's crazy, but also in this position, it's awesome. It's like a win-win as a fan. So this is great.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to get right into pre-match interviews, starting with our lower-ranked competitor this evening, Jake Maringoni. Jake, you've been on a hell of a run this year, just in general. You technically don't have a loss on your record from any match this season in singles, even though you came in second in the triple threat match, tournament finals. You didn't get a loss on your record from that. Overall, you're now in a situation again where you're one win away from playing for the singles title. So how you feeling going up against Joseph today?
First of all, I very appreciate you two bubbling me up before the pre-match. That's very nice of you two. I can't believe I'm here at this situation against Joseph Olivas. I wanted at the beginning of the season to play all the champions that I hadn't played, and I've gone through most of them. I'm not going to have a chance to play Kirk in singles, unfortunately, RIP. But if there's one person who I've never played that has won the title, and who's been in this league just as long as I have, truly, is Joseph Olivas. And we have had so much history, a lot of history in teams, and it's just never happened in singles for whatever reason. Now, to be fair, I did have a 3.5-year break. So it's finally happening today, and I'm happy it's in a contenders match. And either way, I'm happy that one of us is going to be playing Payson. So that's pretty cool.
All right. Well, good luck to you this evening. We'll now bring in your opponent, with that being Joseph Olivas. Joseph, like I said to Jake, you've also been having a really solid season. You're coming off of a huge victory against Jeremy Adams, where I believe he put up 26 points, which I think is like tying the record for the 3-round points record. I don't know if we made a comment on it when the match happened, but that is a thing. So overall, you're on definitely a hot streak here as well. One win away from playing for the title. How you feeling?
Well, normally in matches like this, stressed out. I'm feeling so jittery, but also it's the type of sensation that makes me want to be even more focused and more determined to win the matches. It's been a very long time in which I played Jake in other leagues. So finally the paths cross here. That's cool. Nerve-wracking, but that's cool. I figure that it would be very cool to technically give Jake his one recorded loss this year. So that, and last year failing at the singles champions gauntlet kind of also bugs me. So hopefully this is the completion of my redemption. Payson talked about his redemption and him missing out on the title a few years ago. Hopefully this is my road to redemption for the title. So sorry, Jake, but I'm gonna have to take you down.
Not if I take you down first.
Right, I like it. It's getting spicy. All right, so good luck to you. You'll now get into round number 1. This will work like this. It is the whiteboard round. Players will be asked 8 questions, 8 different categories of movie trivia, which they will answer individually on their whiteboards. Should any player get all 8 questions correct, they will be asked a bonus question, also worth a point. And each player has 3 repeats, 1 challenge to use for the entirety of the match. Any questions before we get started?
Good luck,
All
Jake.
right. Then your first question will come in the category of directors. John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein directed what 2023 fantasy film?
Those are fun names to say.
They are. Yeah.
Also,
I don't know what I wanted to say something. I would have given shit away, though, so I'm not going to say that. Fuck.
Did you like 2023?
Yeah, it was a pretty good year. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. It was the first year that I had that in trivia that was pretty good. So I'll start with Joseph.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
And Jake.
It's one of my favorite movies of the year. Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves.
Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves is correct. So that Jake takes the 1-point lead.
Let's get your second question in the category of crime. Down by Law centers around a disc jockey, a pimp, and an Italian tourist that escaped from a jail in what southern U.S. city?
Now this movie,
Is it
let
good?
me tell you, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Was it really?
I'll leave it at that. Anyways, John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein, pretty good filmmakers.
Pretty good. I like their writing a lot. Good
Yeah,
writing.
they're funny.
Made some funny
5,
movies.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. So we will start with Jake
I said Missouri.
and Joseph.
For some reason, Memphis popped up.
That is the setting for a different Jim Jarmusch film. We were looking for New Orleans.
Okay.
Don't think I understood the question.
So then, your next question will come in the category of Oscars. Moulin Rouge, The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, and Elizabeth the Golden Age all won what Oscar?
Which
Yeah,
one's
it's
the
one
worst?
thing I didn't
movie?
want to say. It was a Jim Jarmusch question in the last one, so I love the guy. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, which one's the worst movie?
Ooh. I'm going to assume that Elizabeth the Golden Age is better than Moulin Rouge because I hate Moulin Rouge. So
Moulin Rouge gave me aneurysm.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Joseph.
My apologies, Jake, for all the Australian slander, but best costume design.
And Jake.
Best costume design.
Best costume design is correct.
Catherine Martin has more Oscars than any Australian.
Let's go to your next question in the category of drama. What is the name of the mouse that Delacroix takes care of in The Green Mile? This is a good one.
This is a good movie. I think by the time this comes out, we will have talked about it on a certain show that you're doing for Multiplex.
Yeah. Oh, have I told you I made the ads for that? Like, we're going to post it like every day for like a
Ooh,
week.
nice.
The ads are
Interested to see.
so
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Jake
I fucked up. I said Mr. Jingles.
and Joseph.
Well, then I'm worried because I also said Mr. Jingles.
You did not fuck up. It's Mr. Jingles.
Wow, fuck.
So 3-2 as we get into your next question in the category of classics. Cary Grant and Deborah Kerr co-star in what 1950s film? Everyone says Deborah Kerr, but I just learned recently from the writers that it's pronounced Carr. So there you go.
well, that's stupid. Change it.
Yeah, what the
Why
hell?
The vowel that doesn't phonetically make sense.
That's the wrong vowel, Deborah.
Is Deborah. Learn grammar.
Come on, Debbie.
It's
5,
basic phonics.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Joseph.
She's probably Irish or some European country.
I know,
And
probably.
a fair to remember.
And Jake.
And a fair to remember.
And a fair to remember is correct.
Should make it clear. If she's Irish, it's okay. If it's any other European country, fucking dumb. Your next question is in the category of horror. In Escape Room, what war is Amanda, Deborah Ann Wool's character, a veteran of?
Are you a fan of escape rooms?
I do. Actually, my family does them pretty much every vacation.
Nice. Are you good at them?
No.
No. I've done
My
one
family's-
and I was awful at it.
I once did an escape room with Adelaide Spence, Caleb Boatman, Thomas Scully, Albert Weird Harma, and I don't remember if Cameron Redstream was there.
4,
Fucking nuts.
2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Jake.
I said the Gulf War.
And Joseph.
War in Iraq?
We have a tie game when the war in Iraq is correct. So 4-4 as we get into your penultimate question in the round in the category of scores and soundtracks. Who composed the scores for Apollo 13, Troy, and Apocalypto?
To piggyback to escape rooms, the best part of the story is it was at the Mall of America, so they have like this giant, like, really elaborate escape rooms.
Okay.
And the one we did was this like spy one where you were like in a market and you had to do puzzles involving like stuff in a bazaar and stuff like that. And nothing was funnier as fuck in hindsight than Spence trying really hard to put stuff together and Scully sitting back being like, "You guys are fucking dumb."
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Joseph.
The one time I had an experience in an escape room was pretty fun. James Horner.
Nice. Jake?
I agree with that sentiment as well. James Horner.
But
There's
you
like
weren't
a couple of
with me.
stories that we'll need to hear another day. But that is correct. James Horner is correct. 5-5.
As we go to your final question, the category of the 1970s. In Midnight Express, Billy Hayes is arrested for what crime?
Yeah, so I did an escape room with my brother and my dad, and we were like in the last part of the room, and we were nowhere. We were running out of time. We had like 2 minutes remaining, and I had at that point just given up. And I was like, "All right, come on, bring it in, guys. We tried our best." And I was like, "They're like, Dylan, we still have time. We can escape." And I'm like, "Nah, I'm good."
That's the best. That's the best part is when like you the one person's panicking. I'm the one that's like, "We're done."
2,
We're out.
1. We tried our best. Pens down. Jake
Said theft.
and Joseph.
Still need to see this. Drug trafficking?
Oh, that's it.
Drug trafficking is correct. So with that, Joseph takes the lead at the end. The score is 6-5 coming out of round number 1. Is that what you have, Koho?
That is indeed what I have.
All right, then I will share the wheel because I forgot to do that. Oh, you have the wheel. That's great. I don't even know how you got the categories, but so we'll get into round number 2, which will work like this. It is the wheel round, so each player will get the chance to spin the wheel, and which will decide what the category they will be answering questions in. If they don't like the category they spin the first time, they can spin a second time, but they must keep whatever it lands on then. Each question worth 2 points apiece, unless they check down to multiple choice, in which case it'll be worth 1 point. Stealing is available in this round. Categories on the wheel today are Star Trek, which is the strength of Joseph, and Jake elected to not select a strength. So the general categories on the wheel today are animated, sci-fi fantasy, directors, Oscars, mystery thriller, recent releases, and the 1970s. So Joseph, since you are in the lead, would you like to spin first or defer?
Let's go first, please.
You say go first?
Yes, please.
All right, then this will be your first spin. You land on spinner's choice.
Couldn't you have deferred?
Can I see the categories again, please?
Sure thing. And I can read them to you if you want.
Trying to think of what not to let him have either. I played Jake Meltzer with Oscars. Let's play against Jake Marangoni with Oscars. Oscars, please.
All right, sounds good. Coho, you hate this award show, but I'll let you read the questions anyway.
Oh, you know what? If I have to, I guess I will. All right, Joseph, your first question, the category of Oscars. What is the only Oscar that 2012's Anna Karenina won?
Best costume design?
That's correct for 2 points.
Whoops.
Your second question. Yeah, whoops. Your second question. Anastasia, Con Air, and Hercules all lost Best Original Song to what film?
Titanic.
That is correct. 2 more points. Your third question. How many Oscars was Don't Look Up nominated for?
We'll give you a bit of extra time. Five, 4, 3.
Let's go
2.
multiple choice, please.
All right, your multiple choice options is it A, 3, B, 4, C, 5, or D, 6?
Four.
That is correct for 1 point. Your fourth question. Who won Best Actor for films released in 1961?
Maximilian Schell.
That is correct for 2 more points. And your final question. What was the first film Ennio Morricone was nominated for Best Original Score for?
You guys asked this in Caleb Boatman versus Andrew Barr, their first title, and you never said the answer.
Which
but
is, of course,
thankfully, I looked it up. Days of Heaven.
That is correct for 2 points, giving Joseph a 10-point lead.
Mark and Joseph and I knew exactly what we were thinking of when we heard that question.
15-5, coming out of Joseph's spin, so we'll bring back the wheel for what will be Jake's first spin.
Still in it.
Yeah. I meant that sincerely, by the way. Mystery / thrillers.
I need something real. I mean, what are the chances? Shoot. Can I just have a look at the rest of the categories, please, again? That won't be too long. You know what? Fuck it. Let's spin again. Go big or go
All right. And this will be the category that you must keep. And you land on sci-fi / fantasy.
All right.
So then I will be reading your questions in sci-fi fantasy. Your first question. In 1978's Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the aliens take the form of small pods with what colored flowers?
Multiple choice, please.
Your options are A, green, B, red, C, purple, or D, pink.
Purple.
This is unfortunately incorrect. For the 1 point steal, is it A, green, B, red, C, purple, or D, pink?
My first guess was A, so A.
That is also incorrect. We're looking for pink.
Yeah.
So your second question. Who directed Tron Legacy?
Joseph Kosinski.
That is correct for 2 points.
Not Joseph Olivas. Unfortunately.
That would have been cool, though.
Your third question. I'm sure you would have been great. Your third question. What 90s sci-fi film predominantly takes place on the planet Abydos.
Beaters.
Five.
I'll go multiple choice.
Your options are A, Starship Troopers, B, Galaxy Quest, C, Stargate, or D, Alien Resurrection.
Stargate.
That is correct for 1 point. Your penultimate question now. Who plays Alien Jereba in Enemy Mine?
Edward James Olmos.
That is incorrect, Joseph, for the 2 point steal.
Shout out to my grandmother, Louis Gossett Jr.
That is correct for the 2 point steal.
Yeah. Holy shit.
All right, so then, Jake, your final question. Anne Hathaway conjures a giant reptile monster in what Asian city in Colossal?
Seoul.
And that is correct for 2 points. All right, so then coming out of Jake's spin, I now have Joseph in the lead 17-10. Is that what you have, Coho?
That is what I have, yes.
All right, then we'll get into round number 3, which will work like this. It is the pick your poison round, so you'll be going back and forth drafting categories, starting with the player in the lead. Once a category is drafted, it cannot be drafted by your opponent. Once all categories are drafted, the player behind will answer questions until they take the lead. The players will choose what category they would like to take for their 1, 2, 3, and 4 point question in that order, and we will go until there is a mathematical winner. Categories they can choose from today are sci-fi fantasy, drama, 2010s, crime, comic book movies, biopics, classics, and animation. So let them pick their categories right now, and we will be right back. All right, we're back. The players selected their categories, so we'll start with Jake since he is down. So what category would you like for your 1 pointer?
Before I pick the category, I just want to say Raiko just put something absurd in the chat that he likes Ghost of Mars more than In the Mouth of Madness. That's just insane.
The world needs to know that. Classics? Okay. And your 1 pointer in the category of classics. Name a classic film that Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy appeared in together. Five, 4, 3, 2.
I don't know. Morning Glory.
Let's see. Is that one of the ones on here? No, I don't think we can accept that. Acceptable answers were Adam's Rib, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, Woman of the Year, Desk Set, Keeper of the Flame, Without Love, Sea of Grass, State of the Union, or Pat and Mike.
Yeah.
So we will stick with you. What category now would you like for your 2 pointer?
I will take crime.
All right. Your 2 pointer in the category of crime.
And I got to hit everything, right?
You can afford to miss this one. But
Okay, cool.
not the 3 and 4.
Probably shouldn't.
So your 2 pointer in crime. Who plays Bats in Baby Driver?
Jamie Foxx.
That is correct for 2 points.
His real name is Leon.
And
Second favorite actor, right movie?
maybe I can't remember. So as Jake was alluding to there, he cannot miss his remaining questions. So what category would you like for your 3 pointer?
Comic book movies, please.
All right. And your 3 pointer in comic book movies. In Captain America: Brave New World, what is the name of the group of mercenaries led by Giancarlo Esposito's character?
Serpent Society.
That is correct for 3 points. All right, so here's the situation. Jake has his 4 pointer remaining in the category of sci-fi fantasy. If he hits it, you'll send it back over to Joseph. If he misses, Joseph will be the winner. So your question in sci-fi fantasy. The glaive is a weapon that can kill an entity known as the Beast in what 1983 sci-fi fantasy film? 5, 4.
Repeat the question.
Right, that is your first repeat. Your question again. The glaive is a weapon that can kill an entity known as the Beast in what 1983 sci-fi fantasy film? Five, 4, 3.
I'll do another repeat.
Right, that is your second repeat. Your question again. The glaive is a weapon that can kill an entity known as the Beast in what 1983 sci-fi fantasy film?
Good game, Joseph. I'm going to say Kroll.
Dang it.
And that is correct for 4 big points.
I truly did not know that. When I do that, I don't know.
Jake brings the score up to 19, so we'll send it over to Joseph to answer some questions now. So what would you like for your 1-pointer?
Let's do biopics, please.
All right. Go.
Oh, that will be me. Your 1-pointer in the category of biopics. What biopic is about a boxer named Reuben Carter?
The Hurricane.
That is correct for 1 point.
So now you're in a situation if Joseph hits any of his remaining questions, he'll be the winner. So what category would you like now? My bad.
I'm going to make it dramatic, hopefully, and hit the 2 in drama, please.
If you want to make it really dramatic, you missed this one.
Your 2-pointer in the category of drama. Who stars as victim Sarah Tobias in 1988's The Accused?
Jodie Foster.
And your winner, Joseph Olivas. Jodie Foster was correct. So I'll put the players backstage for now. And I will talk to my illustrious co-host. I think I said that word correctly. I think it is a word, Caleb Coho. Overall, really solid game. It was just kind of one that I think was decided in round 2. Jake got a category that he's proven to be great in. He's really, really solid in sci-fi fantasy. That's why he keeps drafting it and putting it on the wheel in all of his matches. Just unfortunately, some tough questions there. But overall, I still think he did good. It's just Joseph was on fire today. Going 9 for 10 in Oscars and picking up the 2-point steal in Enemy Mine. I feel like that was the question. If anything, that was the one that kind of sealed it, the game today. But overall, how you feel about the match?
I thought that was a great performance out of both of them, kind of coming out of round 1. I thought it was a 1-point game. They played it tight. Yeah, round 2 really decided it. But for me, you can never count out either of these guys, no matter how far down they are going into round 3. And Jake climbing back into it is impressive as hell. And shows why he's in this position. I think Joseph played basically a flawless game, and that's really hard to overcome for anyone. But yeah, Joseph played great. Jake did a really good job. This accuracy would win him pretty much any other match. It's just when you're playing Joseph, Joseph statistically is a lot harder to beat. So great game though.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to get into post-match interviews right now, starting with our starting with our unfortunate second-place finisher. I was about to introduce it like it's the pre-match interviews. Jake Maringoni. Jake, obviously, not how I think you were hoping that the round 2 would have gone when you got sci-fi fantasy. I'm sure that was the category that you wanted when you was spun again. So that's got to be a bit disappointing. But overall, it can't be understood just how great of a season you've had, just in general, just in Melee, not just in this division, but everywhere. You've been killing it all season long. Definitely, I think, gonna get a nomination for Melee Player of the Year. But overall, thoughts on today's match and I guess just the season in general for singles?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy regardless. I think if you look at the match, I made 3 or 4 mistakes, and that cost it for me. I feel like I should have known I should have gotten the War of Iraq question. That was one I was debating between the two. I should have gotten Spencer Tracy, Catherine Hepburn. That was an easy 1-pointer in classics, and I blew that one. My gut instinct was pink when I heard the multiple choice, but I originally was thinking purple, and so I didn't want to second guess that. And I just read up on that movie, so I really should have known that. And then the big steal that I feel like settled it after it happened was the 2-point steal. I know the movie, and I knew that it's not Edward James Olmos, but I was thinking it's a person with the 3 names. Oh, it's got to be Edward James Olmos, and I didn't even think to think it's Louis Gossett Jr. Or whatever. But I just I went too quickly on that, and if I just used a repeat, that maybe would have gotten me the answer. But I look at this match and I go, I can't believe I hit the 4 I wasn't expecting it, and I can't believe I was only down 1 point against Joseph in round 1. I think he's a phenomenal player, and I needed to match him in every round, and I blew it in round 2. So Joseph absolutely deserves this, and I can't wait to see a rematch in the title match. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm pretty happy with how I've done in singles. I left the league. I left singles for like 3.5 years, so the fact that I was able to come back and in my opinion do pretty well, I'm very satisfied by that.
Yeah, you definitely still got it. So I'm very excited to see what you do next season. When you do return next season, is there anyone in particular who you'd be wanting to face?
Well, about that, so I'm just kidding. I'm not retiring. I'm coming back. I was gone for 3.5 years.
I'm just saying, well, you came back for 1 year.
I was about to like completely scream to have 3 of these happen in a row.
I've been gone for so long. I'm still hungry for that singles
Nice.
Singles title. So as far as Kirk would have been number 1, but he's now gone because I've never played Kirk in singles. Yeah, I would say David Nishimoto. He was my last loss before Joseph now. So and that was a long time ago. And I feel like we're both different players. So David's up there. A lot of people, I don't know, people who have won titles.
All right, I like it. Calling out the former title holders. I like it.
Good luck, Joseph.
Yeah, so we'll put you backstage for now, and we'll bring in the winner for this evening, Joseph Olivas, playing for the singles title. That's got to be pretty exciting. I can't remember when the last time you played. Was it 2021? I think singles.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's been a while. But when you made your return in 2024, I think. And we were all everyone was scared, obviously, because they're like, "Oh crap, Joseph's back, one of the best players ever." You knew it was only kind of a matter of time before you got to this point. And you're going up against Payson. I kind of blew the load there by bringing that up right now, but a kind of a trilogy match there as well. Overall, thoughts on today's match? I'll start with that. Thoughts on your performance against Jake?
Yeah. After that first pair of misses, I was glad I was able to shake it off. I was also very close in writing War in Afghanistan instead of War in Iraq for Escape Room. And then I was looking at you and then co-host, seeing how much time do I have. You start counting down. I'm like, no, just stay with Iraq, because you don't need to worry about repeats right now because there's no perfect round right now. So just stay in Iraq. And I'm glad I did. I debated spinning second for a few categories to let Jake go first. I'm glad some of the spins where I go first this time pays off, because something that's annoyed me about some of my other matches is that if I had spun first, I could have gotten a better category. And this year, the matches in singles show me that, well, maybe not the one against Jeremy, but the 2 Jakes, I'll say, spinning first pays off playing against the 2 Jakes. Thank you to my grandmother for showing me Enemy Mine as a kid, because that's how I know Louis Gossett Jr. And I am glad Jake avoided the TKO as well, because being able to defeat Jake and defeat him in TKO would have been cool, but also him overcoming that also shows that he's such a big and vicious fighter. And I'm glad that we got that. So, like, good game, Jake. Better game for me this time, but like you said, you're coming back for other things. I like the strategy you had of taking a break for some X years and then coming back, and it's doing wonders for both of us, I think. So I'm glad to see you back. And please accept the one loss on your record for this year in singles.
All right, well, with this victory, as I said before, just completely burying the lead. So you're going to the final act. You already were at the final act because you're defending the team's belt. Now you're also going to be playing for the singles belt, potentially be double belted. And you're going up against Payson. I believe you're both 1-1 against each other. So this is a back-to-back match for Payson where it's like a trilogy match and a title match, which is insane. So overall, thoughts going into the match against Payson to take the trilogy for the belt. How's that feel?
Yeah, speaking of players that technically haven't won all of their matches this year, but technically don't have a loss to show it for,
True.
that is my main motivator. I don't like the idea of someone going through a season. Like, of course, Payson's a great player. Like, all the best of luck to him. Hopefully not enough to beat me, but still. It would be cool to do to Payson like what I did to Barr and Jake. Be the one to take them down.
All right.
and I have some words for him specifically with these last few matches. So look forward to that.
All right. Well, I'm definitely very excited for that match. I think that's going to be a blockbuster match to add to the card. It's going to be a crazy one. Congrats on the victory.
The Mouth of Madness and Crawl people.
Yes. I don't know about Krull, but definitely in the Mouth of Madness. But congrats on the victory. You'll put you backstage. And that'll do it for us here at Movie Melee. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to the writers, players, everyone that helps make the show what it is, showrunners. We all appreciate you for keeping this, train on the tracks. Thank you to my lovely co-host, Caleb Coho, for joining me this evening. And we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
In case I don't see you.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.